How you doing, everyone? A lot of people often ask me if after 5 years of living in Texas, would I still move to Texas if I still lived in New York today, knowing what I know, what Texas is about? And I always have one response. 100 freaking percent. 100% that I would move to Texas from New York even today. There's a few things that changed in Texas since we moved here, especially home prices went up. That was a given. So many people were moving here. It was insane. The neighborhood we moved into, the house that we leased and we started living in was the last house on the street. Brand new home. Very cheap for a full house lease compared to what New York charges. There's zero comparison, none. The house was the last on the street. Within 5 years now, we have multiple neighborhoods built around us. Brick homes, like gated homes, crazy build speed. The quality, depending on which neighborhood you're looking at, might not be the greatest, but you're buying a house not for $700,000, $800,000, $900,000. You're buying a house for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. Even though the houses, the build quality in New York or the build quality here is not that much different, if at all. But you're paying double the price or more in New York. So there's no question I would still move to Texas. Second thing, having our kids exposed to so much nature, farms, farm animals, country, mountains close by in Oklahoma. We went to Broken Bow. There's so much nature all around, whichever direction we go. It's crazy. Yes, there's a lot of nature in New York, especially upstate New York, but we lived on Long Island. Long Island doesn't have that much variety in nature. And the spacing is super limited. I mean, it's surrounded by water. Towns or cities are squeezed in like crazy. Houses are smaller. They're much older. Here, if I'm looking for a house, I'm buying a brand new home for $450,000 in a brand new neighborhood. That the house is 2,000 square feet on a half an acre, sometimes an acre. Incredible. There's no comparison in that. Raising our kids here, our kids are small. They're 6 years old now. When they came to Texas, they were just over 1 year old. So much better. If you want to find a good school for them, it's easy here. If you want to homeschool them, there is no blocking you from it. There is no nothing for you preventing you from homeschooling your children if you want to do that. There is a huge increase in numbers of parents starting to homeschool kids now and pulling their kids out of school because of all the stupidity that's going on in public schools right now. And I'm not just talking about bullying. I'm talking about what they're teaching. They're turning our kids into idiots. That's just the case. Cost of living, cost of rental or owning a home. Yes, property taxes are pretty high in Texas, but why doesn't anybody say or talk about, homestead exemptions, no HOA fees in a lot of these neighborhoods you can move into. You have some chickens on your land or whatever. If you have an acre or anything, you get pretty decent exemptions from taxes. You're not paying the normal tax rate on property taxes. So it's a lot different. Now that I've lived here for 5 years, I know where I want to live. I know approximately where I want to purchase a house in regards to where the city is, where Dallas is, and where the major cities are, like McKinney, Frisco, Plano, all that. I don't want to be super close to any of them. Reason being is it's a lot of congestion. The roads are not yet where they're supposed to be compared to the amount of people that moved here. That's another thing. But they're working on them, and they're pretty quick in construction here in Texas, I must say, compared to what New York was. I mean, New York has a lot more regulations. You got to remember that. That slows the process down incredibly. And then overall, what I've seen from the beginning, people are nicer here. People are living a slower life. People are, they have time to say hello. They have time to say, how are you? They have time to hold the door open for you and wait till you enter when you're coming in and they're coming out into whatever place it might be. It's just so much easier. In New York, people are always in a hurry. People are always pissed off because due to traffic or the cost of living or anything. It's just everybody is just annoyed with everything, but they don't understand why. And me moving to Texas, I've had so much daily stress in New York, even before the kids came. It's incredible because I worked, I paid my bills, and I was out. Here, I work for myself. I created a business. I created a side hustle on YouTube. I make decent money on YouTube on a different channel. And that channel was monetized in about 2 months, which is incredible. Now it's about just over a year and a half old, and it's making me decent money. Got there quickly. And then I'll have my own business. I'm bringing in money from that. And the money from YouTube that I'm bringing in, I'm not even touching. Everything is being put away. Have enough money for taxes, save during the year. If you do everything with the right mindset, you can get everything done. And then, just if you want the kind of life that New York City gives you, and you love the city life, and you love the busyness and the honking of the horns and police sirens and all that stuff, if you need that busyness in your head, Texas is not for you. Dallas is not for you. Houston's not for you. None of these cities here are. Don't move here. But if you want a more peaceful, slower life, Texas is a perfect place to be. But you have to understand, Texas is the way that it is because mostly of its politics. If you want to get away from the bullshit that New York is due to its politics, you better come to Texas and you make sure the politics stay as they are. That's just my advice. And that's it. I mean, there's no question for me that I would move to Texas again if I had the chance and I knew how it is and all that. I don't regret it at all. My wife, the first year was kind of questionable. She didn't know if she's going to be able to get used to it. But now she's praising it because the life here is just so much peaceful, less drama. We don't miss New York as New York. We don't miss the place and the places. We miss some people. That's pretty much it. We miss some people. So I would definitely move to Texas again. I think it was a great move. And that's it. If you have any other questions for me, which I didn't answer in this video, shoot them up in the comments. I'll definitely answer them. Oh, one more big thing. Much easier to protect yourself and own a firearm here, which I absolutely love. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting these on a regular basis. Like, share with other people, subscribe, share with people that might be interested in moving to Texas. If they have questions, just put them in the comments and try to reply to as many as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.